I'm Amelia Montgomery.
And I'm Connor Hartman.
And this is Saudi Daisy High School News. Stay tuned. We will have the latest on Hurricane Milton and fall break.
Welcome back to Entertainment Fridays. My name's Ben Schneider, where we show you guys the newest and latest music, movies, and more. We have a change of scenery today, unfortunately, but that's not stopping us from getting right into the music section. We have 2 new singles this week. Megan Maroney coming out with hers titled I'll Be Fine, and Thick of It by KSI, the YouTuber, featuring Trippie Redd. We have only 1 album coming out. It's Jaded by Tusi. All of these will be releasing on Friday. Next, for the top 5 movies of this week, we have the new movie The Wild Robot at number 1, taking down Beetlejuice finally dropping down to the number 2, the Transformers 1 movie at number 3, another new movie, Devara Part 1 at number 4, and Speak No Evil comes down, making it to the 5 spot. Also, the new movie Terrifier 3 is coming out on October 11th. How could it get more traumatizing than the last one? We'll have to find out. We don't have much for the celebrity drama this week, but we do have one case that has been circulating the internet like crazy. Sean Diddy Combs was arrested for sexual assault on September 17th. And all these assaults dated all the way back to 2008. Apparently, he would have encounters with famous celebrities and male friends that he called freak-offs, where you could only imagine what happened there. This lasted for days as the victims were drugged to make them more obedient. He had a list of victims and people that he came to these parties, including Justin Bieber and Beyonce. The weirdest part of it all, he had 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his house, and half of them were empty or almost empty. It's also rumored to say that he had something to do with the death of Tupac and Michael Jackson due to the tunnels underneath his house leading to Michael's. He currently has a $50 million bond, but the government said he's not allowed back in the world yet. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you next time.
Milton, the 3rd hurricane to hit Florida this year, cutting a path of devastation across Florida. The monster storm dumping record rain, devastating winds, and causing dozens of tornadoes to form. CNN's Brian Abel is in Orlando with the latest.
For the second time in as many weeks, a major hurricane slamming into Florida. Hurricane Milton making landfall near Siesta Key Wednesday night as a major Category 3 storm with catastrophic force. A once-in-a-thousand-year rain event transforming streets into rushing rivers. Gusting winds, downing trees, blowing transformers, and leaving millions in the dark.
We have an unprecedented number of our customers who are without power.
The roof of Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, ripped open. The storm spawning dozens of tornadoes, including several in Port St. Lucie County, which damaged homes and which officials say proved deadly.
It unfortunately struck a retirement community that was mainly modular homes where we did have loss of life.
The National Weather Service also reporting the most tornado warnings ever in a single day in Florida. Search and rescue operations are underway across the impacted areas.
These aren't people who didn't heed the warning. These are individuals in areas where we've never seen flooding. Never seen flooding.
The storm surge reached almost 18 feet, and some places saw 16 inches of rainfall from across the storm. Over 3 million are still without power while rescue efforts continue. As the nation deals with the devastation from Hurricane Milton, residents in East Tennessee and western North Carolina are still digging out from Helene. Saudi Daisy alumni Carson Bowser shares how Hurricane Helene impacted his life while away at college.
We were not prepared for it at all. They told us when it first hit us that it was just going to be a small storm, that it was nothing but rushing waters, and that we would all be fine. When we woke up the next morning, things were in very strange places. Things were in trees, things that were in the gymnasium got thrown in the lake. We have a river that runs through our campus. It was throwing trees and rocks down the river, and we were best just to stay in our dorms, which were the only things that weren't affected by the hit. There was no help coming because all the roads were destroyed and you couldn't get out. I mean, it was really scary. There was no gas, no electricity, no water, there wasn't even a grocery store open to get anything if you needed anything.
Agents arrested 27-year-old Nazir Tawhidi in Oklahoma this Monday. Tawhidi is from Afghanistan. The FBI took him into custody after he brought rifles and ammunition from an undercover law enforcement officer.
In a statement, Attorney General Merrick Garland says, quote, the Justice Department foiled the defendant's plot to acquire semi-automatic weapons and commit a violent attack in the name of ISIS. CBS News Justice Department reporter Rob Legary joins us now. So what do we know, Rob, about the suspect and these charges?
Hey, good afternoon, John, or good evening, John. Thanks for having me. So the criminal complaint was just filed in federal court in Oklahoma, and we're just reading over this 28-page criminal complaint. And what we're learning is that Tawhidi was an Afghan national who was led into the United States in 2021 on a special immigrant visa. And prosecutors allege that he and a co-conspirator, who they describe as his wife's brother, so his brother-in-law, were a subscriber to ISIS ideology and consumed ISIS propaganda. They allege that the defendant and his co-conspirator, who's not named in charging documents, sought to carry out an election day attack here in the U.S. in the name of ISIS by doing many things.
Investigators say he and an unarmed juvenile planned to stage a violent attack in the United States on Election Day. Tawhidi allegedly was going to carry out the attack on behalf of ISIS. Court documents indicate Tawhidi began talking with an ISIS recruiter on the internet last August. Tawhidi and the recruiter allegedly talked about weapons. Tawhidi is facing several charges that include conspiring and attempting to provide material support to ISIS. Here's Amelia with our latest and SDHS updates.
The Mid-Detroit play East Ridge tonight at home for their senior night. Senior recognition will be at 6:45 and kickoff starts at 7:30. Come out and support your band, football, and cheerleaders. Coach Kelsey Nunley Moore, or Coach K as our student athletes called her, resigned after 4 years of coaching Saudi Daisy High School's softball team. In the press release, Hensley said, as much as we hate to see her take a step back with her coaching career, we understand there is no more important coaching job than being a mom. Thank you so much for your contribution to SDHS athletes, for you will be greatly missed on the field.
Good morning, Saudi Daisy. I'm Caitlin bringing you today's forecast. Today you can expect clear skies with highs in the 70s as spooky season rolls in. We will see lows go down to the 40s. Throughout this weekend, there will be sunny skies with highs in the 80s and lows rising to the 50s. Be ready for the fall breeze and partly cloudy skies starting next week. Remember to stay safe and stay spooky. Now back to Connor and Amelia at the news desk.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you have an amazing fall break, and we will return Wednesday, October 23rd with the latest Saudi Daisy High School news. Go Trojans!